And I think that that gets lost in the right versus left paradigm, because there are still very, very rich people from the left wing, supposedly, that don't want to have anything to do with urban society. They say to themselves, oh, you know, the upper crust of America, the 1%, have abandoned the public education
There's nobody
system.
more.
Abandoned the public education system. Yeah. They don't send their kids to public school. I'm sorry. And also, we can expand on that and say, hey, do you think Obama would be president if he hadn't gone to Harvard? No, he had no real, and please pardon me if someone wants to debate it, I totally can out there. He didn't have a gigantic amount of accolades to run on. I specifically remember them using in the media the fact that he was the editor of the Harvard Law Review as a selling point for his ability to run the government. And I always said to myself, where do you meet the future movers and shakers of society? In private school. However, if you, as a rich liberal individual, step back and say, well, I don't need to fund, you know, public school because that's not my problem, then don't complain when some poor, uneducated individual who didn't have a chance, who had every single aspect of his freedom infringed upon by police, who couldn't get a regular job, had a felony at 18, and is now robbing and stealing, blows your kid's head off just to steal his car that he doesn't know has a low jack in it or is worth half of what it was when it rolled off the lot. If you're not part of this society, then how are you even going to sit there and pass judgment or claim that you want to help it or claim that you're even part of America? You're either part of this or you're not. The massive amount of corporations that make money off this country want their business exported from here, and yet they want to sell to people from here. They don't want to pay their fair share of what it costs to run this country, what it costs for the military to back up those areas where they're taking natural resources out of, but they want all the benefits of it. In other words, they want to have sex with America, but they don't want to marry her. They're whoring her out. And I have no respect for those type of people, whether they come from the left, whether they come from the right. And unfortunately, I tell people, what you're going to have to deal with now, Alex, is a whole lot of frauds coming into the libertarian movement. Frauds.
Oh, no.
Unabashed.
Look at how Glenn Beck...
I say this because I know a lot of people that really are community activists. You know what I mean? That really are people who work within the community. And they're not the ones that sit on their high horse talking down to people. They're the ones that get their hands dirty and work with the people. They're not the ones with the anxiety disorder who hang behind 20 bodyguards and won't be seen in public. They're the people that are actually on the street. And I have nothing but respect for those people. And it doesn't matter what...
Well, I was about